What if the world beneath the ocean wasn't just mysterious, but furious? What if an entire species, hidden for centuries, suddenly decided they've had enough of humanity's mistakes? Today, we're diving deep into episodes 1 and 2 of the war between the land and the sea, breaking down why the Homo Aqua are so angry and what's pushing them toward a revolution that could reshape the entire planet. Let's dive in. Episodes 1 and 2 lay the foundation for a conflict that's been brewing for generations long, before humans even realized something was wrong. And honestly, the storytelling pulls you straight into that tension.
I stand here as...
We do not need translation.
This isn't just a random uprising. It's a species that genuinely believes humanity is destroying their world, and by extension, their future. From the opening scenes, the Homo Aqua are painted as more than mythical sea creatures. They're strategists, survivors, and a community with a painful history. The writers make it clear, this isn't a villain's story. It's a story about injustice, broken promises, and the tipping point of an entire civilization. Why are the Homo Aqua angry? Episode 1 wastes no time showing us the root of their anger. For decades, maybe even centuries, the surface world has treated the ocean like a bottomless dump. Industrial toxins, radiation leaks, deep-sea drilling. The whole thing is basically a nightmare for a species that depends on the ocean as its home. There's an early scene where the younger Homo Aqua explore a once thriving coral valley that's now reduced to gray skeletons. That moment hits hard because the blame is laid squarely on human activity. And for the Homo Aqua, this isn't just an environmental issue, it's deeply personal. Their food sources are dying. Their children are getting sick. And worst of all, humans are completely unaware or indifferent to the consequences of their actions. But the anger goes even deeper. Episode 2 hints at a historical betrayal, a broken treaty. Long before these events, humans and Homo Aqua had an unspoken agreement, a boundary dividing ocean territories. Humans broke it, expanding naval bases, deep-sea mining, and sending machinery into areas that were supposed to remain untouched. From their perspective, humans didn't just ignore them. Humans betrayed them.
Find peace.
We have a gift for you, my children.
And that betrayal becomes the emotional fuel for everything that's happening now. The turning point why they want change now. Anger alone isn't enough to spark a revolution. What episodes 1 and 2 show is that the Homo Aqua have been patient for a long time. They've watched pollution grow. They've watched their numbers drop. And they've lost faith that humans will ever take responsibility. Then, something changes. A Homo Aqua child is injured by human technology, a deep-sea sonar device meant for mapping the ocean floor. The frequencies disorient and harm their nervous system. When the elders see this, it's clear. This is the final straw. Generations of warnings ignored, thousands of habitats destroyed. And now their children aren't safe in their own waters. Their anger hardens into determination. The Homo Aqua want change.
Then we shall grant it.
He has pushed them to the edge of extinction. At this point, they see only two choices: adapt or fight back. Leadership, strategy, and vision. Episodes 1 to 2 introduce Archon, a young but brilliant leader who becomes the voice of the new movement. Frustrated by the elders' patience, Archon believes negotiation is pointless. Humans have already shown they can't respect boundaries. Every compromise leads to more human encroachment. His philosophy is simple. If the land controls everything above, the sea must rise. Archon isn't bloodthirsty or power-hungry. He wants balance, an equal share of influence between the two worlds. He wants humans to acknowledge that they're not alone and that their actions have devastating consequences. His speeches spark hope among the younger Homo Aqua, who are tired of passivity.
We are talking to the whole world.
They want a future where their home is respected, feared, or at least heard. Why are the Homo Aqua eager for change? The eagerness comes from two places. One, survival. Their environment can't sustain them anymore. If nothing changes, their species could collapse within a generation. When survival is on the line, change isn't optional, it's urgent. Two, identity. For centuries, the Homo Aqua saw themselves as guardians of the ocean, chosen to maintain balance. But how can they protect want a world
future
where
humans
their
are
home
steadily
is respected,
destroying?
feared, or at their least desire heard?
for change is about
Why
reclaiming
are the Homo
identity.
Aqua eager, not just surviving, but restoring purpose? Humanity's blind spot. Episodes 1 to 2 show just how disconnected humans are from the ocean.
Transport across water will not be permitted.
But that's ridiculous. Barclay,
Most land characters assume strange disturbances storms, missing ships, damaged equipment are natural events. This ignorance makes the conflict tragic. The Homo Aqua are screaming for help, but humanity can't hear them, literally and metaphorically. This silence becomes the final break between the two worlds. A brewing war? By the end of episode 2, the tension is palpable. The Homo Aqua begin organizing. They craft weapons from hardened coral and volcanic glass, practice coordinated strikes, and move as one with underwater currents. And the most chilling part? They're not planning random attacks. They're sending a message, a demonstration of power, something humanity cannot ignore or explain away. Culture, identity, and responsibility. The series doesn't just show the Homo Aqua as victims. They're a culture with values, traditions, and a deep spiritual bond to the ocean. Every broken reef feels like a wound. Every dying species feels like lost heritage. Every storm caused by climate imbalance feels like a warning.
Second requirement is formal designation of borders.
Prepare for that too, okay?
This cultural identity drives their desire for change. They're rising not for power, but to restore the purpose they were created to uphold. Preparing for the rising. The final scenes of episode 2 darken the tone. The Homo Aqua trains strategically, crafting coral blades, volcanic armor, and bioluminescent communication tools. They move as coordinated units, scout human territory, and study naval technology. Their goal, to wake humanity up. The ocean is no longer silent. The guardians beneath it are no longer passive. And the first confrontation is looming. Why their anger makes sense. By the end of episode 2, it's clear. Their anger isn't hatred, it's grief, fear, betrayal, and the weight of generations watching their home die. Their desire for change isn't aggression, it's survival, identity, responsibility, and the rebirth of a culture that refuses to disappear. The series humanizes the Homo Aqua brilliantly. They are not villains. They are a wounded civilization fighting to be heard. Humanity is about to face a truth it never prepared for. The ocean has a voice, and it's finally speaking. In the war between the land and the sea, episodes 1 and 2, the series wastes no time plunging us into the growing tension between humanity and a hidden underwater civilization known as the Homo Aqua.
we were stupid. That's the truth of it.
But what exactly pushed this ancient species to the edge? And why are they suddenly ready to rise against the surface world? They want a future. What if the world beneath the ocean wasn't just mysterious, but furious?
Has branded Storm H2O as a call